Hello, good morning. It is Tuesday, it's the 10th of December. I'm knitting, so in case you can hear the needles clicking, I'm gonna not do that in case that's really annoying for people. Oh, just got back from taking Alfie to school. He may come home at some point. He's complaining about having a headache this morning and feeling just a bit rough, so we shall see. Yeah, so I've come home, I've recorded my floss tube for this morning. That's why I was sitting knitting on the never-ending Morticia. I think it's starting to like get there now, like my hip is here. So a few more inches. It just seems like it's going on and on and on and on and on. And because it's like plain stockinette as well, oh god, nearly dropped a stitch. Because it's plain stockinette as well, it's not the most exciting thing in the world to knit. But it is nice to have something that's just nice and easy. So yeah, I've got all my birthday, Christmassy stuff behind me as well. When Mike dropped the kids off, he brought all my cards and birthday presents. He's not, as far as exes go, he's not terrible. He could be worse. Oh dear, got my water. I need to start drinking more water again, because look at this, man, it's terrible. It's clearly the lack of water drinking, it's not anything else. It's not all like the rubbish I've been eating because it's Christmas time. Definitely the water, that'll fix it. My god. Right, so what do we have planned for today? We were going to go and do some Christmas shopping later, but the weather is horrible. It's raining, it's windy, it's not too cold, but it's like the wind is just so cold. It's like a really icy kind of wind that just cuts through you. Not pleasant. So we may give that a miss. We'll see how it is later on. Other than that, my plans for today are mostly I need to finish Alfie's blanket. Let's see if I can find the picture of Alfie's blanket. Where are we? Downloads. Oh, that was the wrong thing. Honestly, this is Alfie's blanket. So it's from Geometry Dash, and I've worked it out. I've done the pattern and stitch video, and I've worked it out. I need to do like 15.1 rows a day. So we're going to make a start on that today. I should have started it already, but I have just been absolutely swamped with everything. I'm so behind on everything, it's unreal. But his birthday's on the 29th of December. The kids are going to be at their dad's quite a lot between now and then, so I'm going to use that time to just like really crack on with his blanket. I'll just sit on the sofa and watch Christmas movies and do blankets. I have another couple of Christmas presents to make. I always make something for my ex, the kid's dad. I always make him something for Christmas and birthdays and things like that, so I need to make his thing. But that shouldn't take too long because I know what I'm making. And apart from that, I'm just dadding on myself. Last night, well, yesterday in general, I was mostly stitching. I've been stitching this because I want to get this finished for this year and have it up. If you watch my floss tube, you'll have seen this already. Yeah, so I want to get that finished today. All he needs is, he's got like a little bag there, a Santa sack. So that's all he needs, and then I'll need to finish him off. I don't know whether to finish him off in the hoop or whether to turn him into like a pillow or something. We'll see how I feel. What else have I been doing? Morticia, let's say I've just been carrying on with the endless Morticia. I decided yesterday, because you know I'm not busy enough, to start a diamond painting. I've just started a little bit down here and sort of odd bits here and there. I've not done diamond painting for ages, and something had randomly popped up on YouTube for diamond painting. So this is a dragon. I got this one on Amazon. It's only a couple of quid. It was pretty cheap. If I can find it, I will link it below. What else did I do yesterday? So I've got my little basket in here. I did the toe on my socks, so that's ready for me just to go round and round and round. I was expecting, it's West Yorkshire Spinners, it's called English Rose, and I was expecting this to be the same as like all the other ones I've had like this, and for it to micro stripe. And I don't know if it's just because I've done only the toe, but look, it's not striping, which is fine. I like it. You know, I don't need every pair of socks that I own to be stripy. But yeah, I'm considering, that's why I stopped at the toe, because I'm considering making a patterned pair. If I'm doing stripy socks, I tend to want to keep them just with the stripes and just like a plain vanilla sock. But at the minute, I have this endless thing if I just want to do plain vanilla knitting. I don't really knit outside now because I'm not going anywhere to knit outside, and the weather's just terrible, so you know, I don't want to be knitting in the rain. But I think because if that carries on being kind of not stripy like that, or very, very subtle stripes, I'm considering maybe trying to find like a little lace pattern or a cable pattern or something like that. I mean, I've got lots of socks in my Ravelry library, so I might just pick a pair of those, see if any of them are toe up, because I don't like doing cuff down for whatever reason, I don't know. But if I find a pair I really like, I could always just rip that out. It doesn't take that long to do at all, so yeah, we'll see. I'll have a look. I'll see if I can find a pair of socks that I like that will look nice in the yarn. Talking of ripping things out, do you remember the ripple blanket I was making? Yeah, so the ripple blanket is no more. Ripped it all out, and I'm just making a big giant virus shawl, because it was meant to be, it's sat in my basket, and it was meant to be there just as I can pick it up and work on it and do a few stitches, because it's pretty mindless. And I just found I was never picking it up, so yeah. And I don't need any more blankets. I've decided to stop selling blankets in my shop because they don't sell. Like, I know some people, I think I've spoken about this before. That'd be my crochet hook. Some people sell blankets and that's like all they do, and they make money off it. I personally don't really sell blankets. I sell some sometimes, but I sell more things like hats and shawls and gloves and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be concentrating on. I've been revisiting my business plans going forward into next year, and trying to I think the phrase is niche down, which I'm terrible at, but I'm trying to work out what stuff works, what doesn't, what I enjoy making. And although I enjoy making blankets, I kind of get bored as well after a while, and I don't like sewing them together, so making modular blankets isn't very good. And I think that's, yeah, I think that's why I've just not been picking that one up and ended up just ripping it back. Whereas a virus shawl is something I can do without thinking. It's nice and mindless. I can pick up and put it down. Exactly the same thing I was looking for with the blanket, but at the end of it I will have a massive shawl. And with the colours, the colours I was going to do for the blanket were going to be this like creamy colour. I've got a pink, I've got a blue, and I've got a purple. I do also have this, which I thought was a grey, and then it turns out when I got it home it's not a grey, it's like an oatmeal-y type colour. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to do these two. Woo! And just have like this colour this colour going into the pink. And then I might make another one. Make a giant one with these three colours. We'll see how I feel. And that's just DK acrylic DK. What colour is it? I can't remember what brand it is, and I have no labels for it because they have just disappeared. I don't know where they are. Oh dear. Right, we are at nearly 11 minutes. Oh, the other thing, I posted my Stitcher library yesterday and ended up, I've decided that I'm not going to be doing Stitcher libraries anymore, so that's going to be the last one. I'll talk about it a bit in the actual episode, so if you were interested, then pop over and have a wee look at that. Yeah, I'm going to try and keep up with Vlogmas again. Every time I say that, look, something just happens, but we're going to try and keep up and do it. Right, I'm going to be back later on and I'll let you see what I've managed to get done today. So my general plans for today are doing a bit of stitching, do Alfie's blanket, and then whatever time I've got left I'll see. I want to get Alfie's blanket set up and ready to go though, but I want to get one of these baskets emptied in order to be able to do it, because it's going to take up a lot of yarn and it's going to be a lot of colour changes and yarn management. I think there's like 8 or 9 colours in it, and for the most part it's going to be just the dark background, but that I'll show you again. The actual pattern itself, see, it's got all these varying different colours in it. I'm hoping it's going to turn out nice for him. I mean, he's going to love it either way, but I'm hoping it turns out nice for him. Alright, I'll be back later on and show you what I've managed to get done. Okay, bye. Okay, it's literally 3 seconds later. I'm being that scatterbrained at the minute, I completely forgot to do my advents because my brain is trying to think of 5 billion things at once. Right, advents. What have we got? We have the tea advent. Let's see, what do we have today? Chai black tea. Our teas are ethically sourced directly from small scale farmers. There we go, chai tea. I do like a nice chai tea, so I will go and have that right after all of this. Right, hemline. Yesterday, as predicted, the child stole the yellow tape measure. It is now part of his Warhammer stuff. So let's have a look. Where are we? Number 10. Number 10. It's a little skinny one. Little skinny one. What do we have? Metal bobbins. These are always useful. If they fit my sewing machine, they will be useful. If not, you know, they're quite handy for just winding off a bit of thread if you need. These go in like the underneath part. In mine, it's like on the base plate where the needle goes down, underneath there. That's where my bobbin lives. Different machines have them in different places. So I'm hoping they're going to fit. But more bobbins is always good, especially. It's not necessarily actually. If you use lots of different colours, they're quite handy. I mean, they are very handy for that. I find them quite handy if I'm going to be sewing something big, like a quilt, to have lots of bobbins of the same colour. Right, time for my favourite one. Where are we? Obviously, me being completely unprepared, I do not know where today's number is. Where are we? Number 10. Number 10. Nope. Mute. Oh dear. I mean, you would think, that's 11, you would think that I would be a little more organised, but then I did completely forget that I hadn't done my advents at all, because that's just how my brain is right now. Where is it? Right. 12, 24, 23, 19, 17, 16, 11, 18, 22, 25, 15, 13. Yay! Found it! Because it's a little one, it had fallen down to the bottom, because there's some pretty big things in here. Oh, it's funny, Jenny's like, I completely forgot what I've put in them, so it's like I'm seeing everything for the first time as well. We have sticker, I see sticker. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, thank you. Put that in my little pile of stickers. What's in here? This looks like stitch markers. Right. I've got the ooh, almost dropped one. I've got the Christmas stuff as well. I've been putting this, I've got a table in there with my Christmas tree on and ornaments, and I've been putting some of this on there because it's so pretty. Right, let's see, best way to hold these up. We have little Christmas stitch markers. Look. And these are ones that you can use for knitting. You can use it as one big stitch marker, or if you've got thin needles, you can, ooh, actually putting it in front of the camera would help. So there's a little snowflake. There's two little snowflakes. A little deer, a little reindeer, and a little Christmas tree. And the little Christmas tree, you might not be able to see. No, because my big fat fingers are in the way. Can you see it's got a little sparkly diamondy thing in the top there? These are so cute. I love this. And it's got a little lobster claw at the top. Oh, so cute. Thank you very much, Jenny. Oh, she's so good at picking presents. She's like, you know, the rest of the advents that I get, I've been like, like some of them are good, some of them are bad, but everything in this has been amazing. I'm very, very spoiled and very, very grateful and thankful. And this has actually made my Christmas, because Christmas this year is an experience. It's like first Christmas in a new house, in a new area. Everybody's still trying to settle into the new routines, the new life. It's had its challenges. I'm much happier living here, but it does have its challenges. Not with the house. The house is great, the town is great, just on a personal level, because I'm now so much further away than I was before from my kid's dad. So that's been, it could have been worse, but it could also be better. Right, I'm actually going to go now and get some work done, and I will be back later on to let you see what I've done. Okay, bye bye. Hello, it is now 9:15. I did actually mean to come back on earlier than this, just kind of time got away from me a bit. Went to pick Alfie up from school, and since we got home from school, it has just been non-stop. We had phone calls, just constant phone calls. I actually heard from my mother. My mum's a care worker, so she works like odd shifts, and she like tries to pick up extra shifts at this time of year because her kids are all grown up, and my mum lives in Scotland still, her kids are all grown up, and even the grandkids that are up there, like my brother's kids, they're all grown up as well. So she tries to pick up the shifts so that the people with little kids can actually spend Christmas with them, and then she has New Year off. So I've not actually heard from her in ages. I had called her a couple of times over the last couple of months, and she's just between my ADHD and her like just working constantly, we only speak every couple of months really. And I know, and a lot of people are like, that's crazy. It's not, time just goes. Anyway, so I spoke to Mom today. She's fine, she's just busy. She's had this like cold thing that she can't shift, but apart from that she's fine. She's glad that I'm settled into a new place, and she's glad that I'm quite happy here. So that's good. Crafting wise, I didn't get a huge amount done, but I did get some done. I finished my Santa. So I've decided I'm just going to keep him in the hoop. I hadn't cut the fabric before because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with him, but I've decided I'm just going to keep him in the hoop because why not? So I need to get some thread. This is my back. A lot of people are like really precious about showing their backs, and I don't understand why, because it's the back, nobody sees it. It doesn't matter if it's a mess. The only time it matters if your back is a mess and lumpy and bumpy is if you're trying to do like maybe a flat fold or something where you need to have it flat against the whatever you're using for backing, if it's like cardboard or cardstock or like whatever you're using to keep it straight. If you have lots and lots of spare threads and lumpiness behind here, it can make it difficult to lay it flat. But if you're finishing it in a hoop especially, or a pillow or anything like that, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Some people just like it because they just like it. But yeah, I'm quite happy with him. If you want all the details about him, you can see it on my floss tube, which I have spoken about him on there before, and this, when it goes up this Friday, I'll have him on there as a finish, because my floss tubes are, if you've never watched them, I do them vlog style, so I'll record a little bit each day and I spin a wheel to decide what I'm going to stitch that day, because I'm terrible at decision making and I will literally spend all day deciding what to stitch and end up not stitching things. This way I'm actually getting stuff done, which is nice. The only other thing that I've really worked on today has been this. This is a card. It's really hard to show you because it's half done. So this is the Little Maple cardigan. So you can see it's got these like, it's quite hard to see. Let's open it up and put it against it. It's got these maple leaf designs down the front here. This is like really hard to show because it has one sleeve on it. So this is what I've done today, is the sleeve. I haven't done the sleeves as the pattern because I couldn't work out the math that she was talking about. This is a free pattern, but you can buy a paid version. So I need to do the other sleeve, and it needs to have some kind of like ribbon around the neck and down the front here to stop it from curling, and then it'll be done. So I'm going to work a little bit more on this tonight, and then hopefully I'll be able to get it finished tomorrow, maybe. That's the plan, is to get this finished, and then I'll get my basket back and I can get Alfie's blanket in there. I did not start Alfie's blanket today. Just I didn't have time. I've been making soup. I made, it's my granny's recipe for Scotch broth, which is basically you get a ham hock, which when I lived in Wolverhampton, none of the butchers near us at all, I tried like 4 or 5 different butchers, none of them could get ham hock. I've come here and gone into the butcher's in town, and it's just like a little family-owned butcher's, and he's like, yeah, we've got some in the freezer. So I get to have ham hock in my soup, and it's basically just the ham hock with lots of vegetables, and then you put some barley or something like that in it to thicken it up, and that's what I'm just going to have that for my lunches for the next week, because it's nice and it's filling, and I tend to not eat breakfast, which I know some people have feelings about, but I'm not much of a breakfast person. The only time I ever eat breakfast is when I first get up is on the weekends that my boyfriend's here, because he will get up and he will make me coffee and he will make sure I eat something. Because the rest of the time I get up and I'll have a coffee, and then the next thing I know it's nearly lunchtime, so I tend to kind of forget about breakfast a bit sometimes. So the soup is a good thing because it is very filling, it is nutritious, I can freeze it and just take out portions every day, and yeah, it's nice. And my granny's not been here for a while now, so, and I like making the recipes that she's taught me to make, because yeah, there's only, see, when we lived in Scotland, the rest of the family didn't live in Scotland, and there's only really me and my brother that she saw a lot. She saw the rest of the grandkids, but they lived in England, so there's only really me and my brother that she saw a lot. And my brother is he's not a chef. Apparently he's got a motorbike though. My mum said that he bought a motorbike. I'm like, oh my god. So, but she says that he has been very sensible with it. So yeah, bikes are cool. I like bikes. I just never imagined my brother having one. He's like the chaviest chav ever. I never pictured him having a motorbike. Oh dear. So yep, I made my soup. I've got like some of my granny's recipes that I like to make at Christmas time, but the soup I've not been able to make for such a long time because I've not been able to get a ham hock. And there's other things you can put in it instead. It's a good, just a general throw it in kind of meal, but you know, when you have the right ingredients, it's much better. Let's see, what else have I done today? I don't know. I've recorded a little bit of video. I recorded the first half of this. I've recorded my floss tube for the day. Done a little bit of stitching. I've done a little bit of crochet. Made my soup. I don't know. What else have I done? Done some Christmas shopping. I did not go out to do Christmas shopping. I got some stuff online. Bought myself a new air fryer. I left my air fryer at the old house, and so I got a new one. It's got 2 drawers in it. Managed to get it in the sale for £50, so that's nice. That's been about it. The day's just like gone really quickly. I've not played the computer. I've not done any housework. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. So that's it. That's my super exciting day today. Tomorrow the plan is to try and get this finished. I'm trying to think of a name for my YouTube channel that I think I am definitely going to start, because the more I think about it, the more I really want to do it, and the more I'm thinking that it would keep me motivated a bit more, I think. If I've got a YouTube channel about saving money and having a no spend year and just general like things I can, because there's a lot of scope for things I could do on there, and I think that'll keep me a bit motivated. I'm hoping so anyway. So I need to think of a name for it. I've tried asking the kids, and it turns out that the worst people to ask about a serious YouTube channel name to do with money and saving money and things. Yeah, you don't ask kids. They came up with some very interesting ideas. None of them would be any good though, I don't think. Oh dear. I was a little bit naughty as well, because my birthday is next week. It's not even a week now. So I had, my ex had asked me what I wanted for my birthday, so I had said to him my earpods have just died, and I use them for listening to audiobooks when I'm walking back and forward to the school, when I'm out walking the dog or whatever. So he said that he would get me a new pair of earpods, which then involved me having to pick them, buy them, send them to him, and he sent me the money for them. But still, because he'd found a pair and he sent them to me, and he's like, do these ones look okay? And I'm like, no, the reviews say that they're absolutely awful, because I read reviews, and you know, if you have one or two reviews that are bad, that's fine. If you have all the reviews saying that they're bad, you don't buy that product. So I found a more suitable pair. He's never been that good at online shopping, really. He's never had to do it, so it's an experience for him. But I was a little bit naughty. He dropped the stuff off the other day when he dropped the kids off, and because I knew what's in that box, there's another one you can see there. Like, there's more stuff in there that I've not touched because I don't know what that stuff is. But I knew that I was getting the AirPods, so I opened them today so that I could listen to my audiobooks walking back and forth to school, and it's so nice. Because it feels like such a waste, like when I'm walking around, not to be doing something. And when I've got the dog with me, I can't really, what I have been doing is reading. I've got the Kindle app on my phone, and I've been reading, just like reading books on my way up and down. But if I'm reading books, it means that I'm not looking around, and you know, it's not a super busy place, but there are obviously people and cars and things like that. And when the weather's bad, I can't be looking at my phone. If it's raining, I can't have my phone out because the screen just gets absolutely soaked. Yeah, so I put my AirPods in, and I was quite happy with that. And they're really good. They work well, so I'm happy. Right, I'm going to go. I have waffled for 13 minutes. I will be back tomorrow, and let's see if I have a more interesting day tomorrow. I'm going to try and like watch some Christmas movies tomorrow, I think, and catch up on some stuff. Actually get Alfie's blanket started. Hey. And then this weekend, I need to find something to do with the kids this weekend, because this is the last weekend that I'm going to have them this year, because just the way that the weeks have worked out, they're going to be at their dad's for 3 weekends in a row instead of every second week. So it just happens to be the last 3 weekends. I'm not going to see them again at the weekend. I'll have them back here for like Christmas holidays and stuff, and they'll be here for Christmas Day. It's just worked out that this is going to be the last weekend that they're going to be here, so I need to find something to do with them. I don't know, I hope the weather's like going to be okay, because most of the stuff that you do for Christmas is outside, and I would rather do Christmassy stuff with them at home than have them standing out in the rain all the time, especially because the two of them just keep getting ill. Kaelin's quite prone to getting ill anyway. He's always had like a pretty weak chest, and Alfie doesn't get ill that often, but when he does, he gets really bad. So trying to avoid illness if possible. Okay, right, I'm going to go. I will be back tomorrow.